So I had a student cancellation and I decided to hop on here and show you some materials that I use to supplement my Toys We Like lesson. And these are very similar to some other products that I have in my teacher's store, Laura Loves to Learn. I just wanted to show you how helpful they have been to me in my teaching of trial classes. So I'm going to look down, grab them, hold them up, show you. Okay. So let's see where to start. First of all, I have these cards that kind of are those sentence, sorry, I'm still learning this, that are those sentence stems for, is this a balloon? Yes, it is. No, it is not. And I find these to be really, really helpful, especially for those kiddos that drop a word. Because when you show them and you can point to each word, then they really kind of get that sense of dropping words, and then they learn how to insert them back in. So I love those. I have this card, is this A? And then on the back, I have little pictures of all the Target toys in there. So if I wanted to, I could grab this. Is this a rocking horse? And then use my stems. Yes, it is. No, it is not. And I'm really liking being able to pick these up and hold them and show them. I know that we can obviously use the tools of circling. What I find problematic sometimes is when I'm using the interactive tools in the GogoKid platform, like the pen tool, the student cannot use the clicker, and so they're having to wait for us to click back and forth. So I like to allow them that chance to use the clicker or the pen while I am holding up as a visual prompt what I want them to either check or circle. That's really helpful. Of course, I have my doll and my bear. I need to collect some of those other toys to have those real props, but so far that hasn't been a problem. So I have this for the slide where I have a blank, and I can use these little pictures to put in there and to prompt using that sentence with those two words in it. There is what toys do you have? And of course that can be paired with this. And just know that I do not use all of these in every time that I teach this trial class. But it's nice to have them to grab for the slides that we get to or that we want to spend a little bit more time on. Another thing that I find really helpful are these cards that have the big pictures of the Target toys. So these are, oh, whoopsies, these are nice to be able to hold up as a prompt for that verbal output, or on the slides where they're clicking, just to give that extra visual prompt as they're clicking. What else? So I also have, there's that slide with the conveyor belt and the box that comes along and verbally says 4 balloons, 2 robots. So it's kind of nice for me to have these to hold up also as another visual prompt for them on that. So I have those. What else? Okay, now this is one that sometimes I don't get to, but this is in that lesson where does it start with "b" or not? So I have this, and I have a lot of cards that we can say, enunciating that sound, and then putting those on here to show whether it begins with that "b" sound or not. So I have a stack of those in there. Another part of this product is that page with the boxes, and I have the blank, and then I have words on the back. I also have some cards that have the different number of boxes. So if I wanted to extend, I could show them these additional cards, and we could count and find the number word to put on. I feel like that slide moves really quickly, the one that has the 5 boxes at the bottom and then the choice of 5 boxes or 2 boxes, because they choose it and then boom, they're on the moving truck and work on. So if I were to want to extend a little bit more using number words and counting, I have those to choose. And I have my cards for capital lowercase b that I can hold up that are nice and big, show up well in our little teacher box. And another one that I have is, and I have this for all of the sets, I really like this. I use this with the spinner tool. So we spin whatever number it is, we remove that, and we name that target word. So that I love, love, love. And I have this little grid. If you can see, it has little Velcro circles. And then I have some little robots and dolls. So I can use this for a secondary reward system for this lesson. So I can use the stars, obviously, and I use those every time. And to be honest with you, sometimes that is all I get to. I find it kind of hard sometimes to build in the secondary reward. And if I have a kiddo who's really engaged, really participating, sometimes the stars are enough. But anyway, this one could be used for, good job, you get a robot, yay! And then the next time maybe they get a doll. And I sort those so that at the end of the lesson, again, if we have time, we could check and we could decide which toy has more, doll or robot. And then we could count, doll has 3, robot 2, yay, doll wins, whoop, whoop. So that is something that's available if I get to it. Again, don't always get to it. So hopefully that is a nice little overview of what some of those products are, how you could use the things that are in that set. I find them to be really, really useful as a supplement to my teaching of trial lessons. And one more thing, on the back, I have these little numbers that you can pull off and use on the front if you want. Or you could use them with, you could use them on here for how many boxes if you wanted to count and pair the numerals instead of the number words. So lots of different options with this set. That is all for now. I hope you have a wonderful day of teaching. Bye-bye.